Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Age of Empires 2, specifically the Joan of Arc campaign, where we are continuing with the Siege of Paris today, apparently. Mission number 5. Anyone care to take any bets on how many times I have to restart this one? We shall see.
September 3rd. France. France has a king once more. However, as Joan gains influence with the people, jealousy grows within the court.
Ruh-roh.
The king's evil advisors now seek to destroy Joan. It is only a matter of time before they succeed in poisoning the king's mind. Joan must hurry to fulfill her mission. Paris, the jewel of France, has been under English tyranny for decades, and French patriots trapped within the city are eager to escape. We are now marching on Paris, hoping that the reinforcements we have been promised will arrive in time.
Alright. Fingers crossed, everybody. Main objectives, as usual, Joan must survive. After you locate the refugees, rendezvous with the king's reinforcements in Paris, just south of the river bridge. Refugee villages in Paris are attempting to escape English tyranny. Locate at least 6 of the refugees. Okay, so a major problem we ran into last time is that I didn't fucking read the objectives properly, and I ignored them and made everything a lot more difficult for myself. So, just to recap, refugee villages in Paris are attempting to escape English tyranny. We've got to locate 6 of them. And then after we've located them, rendezvous with the king's reinforcements in Paris, just south of the river bridge. Okay.
Paris is just ahead. Let us locate the refugees and escort them to the rendezvous point with the king's men.
What's this flag over here? Presumably that's in Paris itself. Oh, we got a lot of dudes. We got some friggin' bombards. And trebuchets. They're giving us bombards and trebuchets right at the start. That's ominous. That's all I'll say. We've also got Lord de Gravet. Gravet? How the fuck you pronounce it? I got a dude here. He looks like some sort of crossbowman. It's like a hero crossbowman or something. Doesn't seem that good. There's a bit of extra damage versus a regular crossbowman. And we have Jean de Lorraine, who is some sort of hero bombard guy. That's interesting. Does he stack up compared to a regular one? Whoa. 40 damage, 100 damage. This guy's like a one-man wrecking ball. Okay. That's certainly interesting. Alright, let's send out the scout cav. As many men is like seeing a merchant before a boss room. Yeah. I could put this guy on auto explore, but nah. There's a trick you can do actually. I was chatting with my friend today about it at the pub because he's been playing the Age of Empires 2 campaigns as well, coincidentally. And the thing that he does at the start of every mission is immediately resign so that you can see the entire map unobscured by fog of war. Which is very sneaky. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't think it would be in the spirit of things, but it is awfully tempting. Where are these refugee villages at? Okay, we've explored all of this now. These refugees are proving a little tricky to find. I should mention, if you've just joined us, that I am super goddamn tired today, which is only going to make my performance today in the game even worse than usual. I got to bed very late, and why is there a trade cog here? I got to bed very late, and my neighbours woke me up early. Actually, the cat woke me up super early. Then I was able to get about an hour or two of sleep after the cat woke me up, and then the neighbours woke me up. So I'm fucking shattered. Don't mind saying. Don't know how long today's stream will be, quite frankly. How is Colin? He's alright. He's snoozing over on the table by the window at the moment. He's a little grumpy with me because after I gave him his dinner I shut the cat flap and locked it. And he wanted to go back outside because it's still sunshiny and bright out, or at least it was at the time. He gets very shirty when he discovers that the cat flap's been locked. Every single night he does a little dance. He tries to push it open, then he starts yelling at me, meowing and meowing and meowing like he's been betrayed. Definitely a good game to stream while you're tired, at least. I hope you're being sarcastic. He does the whole song and dance every single evening. And always has. And it never works. And yet he insists on continuing to try it. Oh my god, there's a bombard tower. Oh, bother. They've got friggin' ballistics, haven't they? Well, I'm at a bit of a loss, I don't mind saying. I'm not sure what I'm meant to do here, other than just try and bust my way into the town. Where's the objectives menu? Hints. Do not try and defeat every English unit. Focus on your objectives. Guard your siege weapons. Towers will be a big problem if you do not. The refugees can be used to repair your siege weapons, but they cannot construct buildings. If faced with overwhelming opposition, run away. Run away. Okay, so this is one of those command and conquer missions where you have no base then. That's what we're looking at. That's why they're so generous with the troops. Your scouts report the French army under the command of Joan has reached the outskirts of the city. The city is huge and there are English soldiers everywhere. Luckily, there are partisans within the walls who will rise up against the English once they see the French army. The French king has also promised reinforcements to be sent to the city by ship once Joan reaches the Ile de la Cité, an island on the Seine River. Compiègne lies to the east of Paris and is the nearest allied town. If the attack fails, this will be the only safe haven in the area. Alright, I don't know where these goddamn refugees are. Can't find them anywhere. But I think it might be time to allons-y. Let's see. Make you control group 2, make you guys control group 1, you guys could be 3. Make you guys 4. So, I guess maybe a frontal assault here, or is maybe there a better way in, do we think? Didn't really get a good look at this over here. Yeah, map knowledge. This is exactly why that friend of mine I mentioned likes to do the old exploit where you resign and then look at the map. Oh goodness me, there's quite a few of you longbow folks. Oh god, they've got an onager. Alright, back it up, boys, back it up. I think you guys are going to be useful here. Potentially. Because I reckon I can use the bombards to take out those onagers. Oh god, get out of the way. Oof. Oof. Bait them this way. There we go, took out one of them. Oh my god, take it out. No! They only just have more range than I thought. This is already going spectacularly poorly. Fucking longbows, man. I hate playing against the Britons. I've left Joan at the beginning here, but that's probably for the best. I'll only get her accidentally killed. You guys want to take out that gate for me? I like that buildings leave proper like ruins behind when you destroy them in the definitive edition. It's quite nice. That and the actual building collapsing animation, I like that. The original game, they just went poof and immediately just switched to a pile of rubble. My god, that's going to take a little while to take down. Uh-oh. Bonjour. Oh my god, did my fucking bombards just kill one of my own pikemen? I think they did. I have a feeling this is going to be a really hard mission. For some reason. Where are these partisans I've been told about then? Yo, where the partisans at? Oh my god, more longbowmen, great. Eat crossbow. Let's keep making our way forward. Maybe if we can just get to the flag, we'll be alright. Oh, hello. Didn't notice you down there. Right, let's bring you guys up here. Bring you guys up here as well. And then go back to neutral priest and who units. What neutral priest? Priest over here next to this church or something? We need to get there, I think. Need to remove crossbow. Remove crossbow emote. Maybe remove longbow emote.
Café, Pirax, Pirax, Oil, Libet.
I haven't found a neutral priest anywhere.
Cert, Pirax, Libet, Cert.
Oh my goodness me, they have a castle. Get back. Oh my god, they got the trebuchet. Counter battery fire. There we go. Bonjour, Joan. She has arrived. Maybe the priest only appears on like lower difficulties, or maybe he's lovely animation that. Or maybe they just forgot to put him in the definitive edition. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Just up ahead. I'm waiting for the longbows to appear and immediately kill these poor 3 paladins here. Oh! Some villagers! Oh my god, there they are. What did I tell you?
Rescue the refugees. Now, we should
Oh, they've
head
got
to the
champs.
base of the
That's not
Seine
good.
River for the rendezvous with the King's
Run away, little villagers, run away!
Café, Oil,
Run!
Pirax.
You've been defeated. What happened there? Did somebody kill Joan? I don't know. I will return to map, though, and take advantage of the ability to look at all of this. Oh, check it out. There's a bunch of neutral units over here. Interesting. How do you get across there, though? There's, like, English warships all over the river. And there's that random trade cog. For no apparent reason. Okay, that's the allied town. This mission's a doozy, isn't it? I've never liked these kind of missions very much, if I'm honest. I never liked them in Command and Conquer, and I don't particularly like them here either. Perhaps the best way to do this is to go all the way around the bottom edge of the map, and then if only we had oranges, we could cut through these trees, but maybe try and get through here, this area here, and then boom, you're at the flag. You've got the villagers. And then you've got the king's men there. Because we could take out these towers, I think, relatively easily with our siege weapons. I'm not... don't know about the bombard towers, actually. How much range do they have, bombard towers? 8 plus 3. I reckon maybe... Yeah, range 12. Wait a minute. Yeah, that slightly outranges... What this guy definitely does, Jean de Lorraine here. Him and the Trebs definitely outrange a bombard tower. So... Oh, they have the same range as regular towers and castles. Didn't realise that. I thought bombard towers had long range for some reason. Maybe that's just a thing with a particular civ. The neutral units of the king's reinforcements, do you reckon? No, I think they might be partisans. I think they might be the partisans we're supposed to locate, because they're grey. And I remember enough of my my days of messing around with the custom mission builder in this game to know that neutral grey units like this, not even grey actually, they're more like white, are ones that you can essentially capture if you move over to them. They must not kill your villagers, that's why you lost. Like, any of them? Because only one of them died.
Oui.
Seems a bit harsh. especially under the circumstances here. I do love the actual city though. It looks lovely, doesn't it? All the little houses and the streets and stuff like that. The little collection of lumber camps over here by the riverbank. The university there with the trees and stuff around it. It's all very pretty. This is Age of Empires SimCity mode. This is how I used to play the game when I was a kid. I think Variax mentioned this when he was in the chat last time, but I was the same. I used to play on like one of the easiest difficulties, and I would build my little base in random map games to make it look like this. Excuse me. Ugh. Could do with a good medieval city builder. I'm sure there probably is one that exists somewhere. Well, I don't know. That Manor Lords game is supposed to come out at some point, hopefully. That one looks quite interesting. But yeah, I kind of always wondered why they didn't. You know, like the games like Pharaoh and Caesar, and was it Zeus? Was that the other one? All those games. I always kind of wondered why they never did a medieval one in that series. Yeah, what it said was to locate the villagers. It didn't say anything about if any single one of them dies, the mission will end. That wasn't part of the deal. Ah, look at this. The old mysterious trade workshop. A building that I could never figure out what it was supposed to be for. It has an oddly specific name, and you can't build it. You can only place it in the scenario editor. Never been able to figure out what it does, if it does anything at all. It's a pretty nice city builder called Pax Augusta in development. Oh, I should look that up, because I quite like Caesar 3. It's probably might be my favourite of that series. I don't know. Pharaoh's pretty darn good too, but. I love Stronghold, but Stronghold's really hard. It's really difficult. Alright. Restart. Okie
Paris
dokie.
is just ahead. Let us locate the refugees and escort them to the rendezvous point with the king's men.
Que fait? Certes. Prêt. Cueilleur. Que fait?
Thank you guys.
Oui.
Group 2.
Prêt. Cueilleur. Prêt.
Group 4.
Cueilleur. Certes.
And we're going to do what I said last time. We're going to, well, earlier. We're going to try and, I'm going to try and skirt around the bottom of the map. I feel like this might work better. I find, well, yes, people do, I've noticed people saying occasionally in the chat when I've been playing these missions so far, actually, that, since you mentioned it, Theon, people telling me, you want to save the game? And actually, to be honest with you, I've never felt the need to so far, midway through a mission.
Okay.
Because, I don't know, I mean, I feel like it's easier sometimes to just start from the beginning again, rather than try and go back to a slightly earlier save.
Prêt. Cueilleur. Certes. Oh yeah. Prêt. L'hiver. Certes.
Anyway, you win saves coming in the game to death. Or I remember definitely doing that in Command and Conquer on missions a bit like this.
Oh yeah. L'hiver. Cueilleur.
You had to save every few meters of the fog of war you went through, so that you knew what to expect. Because you advance your units through the fog of war, get ambushed, have all your units be killed, and then you'd have to reload the save and do it again, but while knowing this time what was waiting for you in the other side of the fog of war, so you could react appropriately. It was really dumb, really stupid mission design. I never liked it. It got better in the later Command and Conquer games, but the original CNC was an absolute bastard for missions like that. I've never beaten that game because it's just too damn frustrating.
Cueilleur, Oyel. Certes.
You missed Tiberian Sun. Yeah, me too. Really wish they'd remaster it or something. Alright, Mr. Longbowman. We're not quite there yet, I don't think. Did we leave anything behind? Don't think we did. You like Tiberian Sun more than OG CNC? Oh, yeah, me too. Me too. I think Tiberian Sun is a much better game. Same with Red Alert 2. Mind you, the original Red Alert is already an improvement over the original CNC. But Red Alert 2
Que fait? L'hiver.
might be where I think the series peaked for me, actually.
Prêt. Cueilleur, Oyel. Certes.
CNC 3 was great. I never played enough of it to form a proper opinion. Almost all my time spent playing CNC 3 was at LAN parties with friends where they kicked my ass repeatedly, so... Same with Red Alert 3, actually. Although, actually, that's not true. I did play some of the single player of Red Alert 3. I played the Soviet campaign because Tim Curry.
Que fait? L'hiver. Certes. L'hiver.
Oh, CNC4. I remember when that came out, and a very good friend of mine was playing it, and he was just doing his very best to like it, and it wasn't really happening.
Cueilleur. Prêt.
Best thing from CNC games is the one Tim Curry scene. Oh yes, the space line, the infamous space line.
Que fait?
Honestly, if you've never played the game, there's so much more. That line is standout, one of the funniest, but
L'hiver. Certes. Oyel. Certes. Oyel.
the whole campaign is full of cutscenes with Tim Curry and doing really hilarious stuff, chewing the scenery, as they say. In fact, the whole intro cutscene is nothing short of a masterpiece.
À la bataille. Cueilleur, l'hiver.
I'm a little
Oyel.
concerned here that the English pig dogs will sally forth with something to intercept this little attempt here and destroy all my poor bombards. But so far, so good. Oh. Hello, Colin. Hello, buddy. How you doing? You come to lie down on my lap and spread fluff everywhere and make me sneeze and itch all over my face. Is that what you decided to do? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a Colin. Hey, buddy. Hey, you grumpy git. How you doing, You got some chin scratches. I'm gonna lift you up for the camera so people can see you, okay? Just very briefly. Say hello, everybody. Rawr. That's all we're gonna get. We're a bit grumpy today, so we're a grouchy kitty. I'm gonna resist the urge to pet him too much because otherwise fluff will happen. It kind of already is happening, really. Actually, it's floating around everywhere right now. But it's the more I pet him, the more fluff there will be, and the more it will drive me completely insane. Yes, I know, but you're expecting pets, aren't you? That's why you're here. You must resist the temptation. It's like trying not to lick your lips when eating a donut. It's hard. collect the fluff and make a Colin clone, you could probably stuff a cushion with it, the amount that he sheds. It's incredible. Oh! I was looking for another tower.
Que fait? Assaut. Cueilleur.
No, don't. Oh god, one of the trebuchets is unpacking. I accidentally clicked on a field and old pandemonium's breaking loose. What the? Hang on a minute.
Oh yes.
How are you hitting me from there? Oh, it's because you're not shooting the tower. You're trying to shoot the wall. You Egypts. It's not how this was meant to work. I accidentally clicked on the wall. Okay, small hiccup there. We're fine now. Where's the scout cavalryman? Here we are. Get up there and investigate for me. I think there's still more towers, so... Or maybe there isn't, actually. Alright, here's the big gate. And there's the longbowman. There isn't a way through this without a lot of pain, I don't think, unfortunately. Oh god, they're out. They've come out here to get us.
Que fait? L'hiver.
Oh, here comes the rest of them. Ah, the champions are inbound now. Luckily, our cav are relatively well suited to taking these guys out. Alright, so far so good. You're emptying the Hoover for the third time that week. It makes you wonder how they have any fur left. Yeah, luckily Colin is a black cat, so his fur is generally not nearly as noticeable around the house. You know, on dark clothing and dark carpets and things like that. If he was like a white cat or even just a tabby, I think I'd go insane. Alright, so far so good. Folks, I'm just going to... Very small intermission for a moment here. I'm going to try and... I need to readjust the camera settings a little bit. And defluff myself. Be right back. Alright, we're back. We're good. God bless the lint roller. What a fantastic invention. Right. Le trebuchet. We bring it up a little bit further. You have a long-haired border collie, and by Jove, the hair he puts out could make wigs.
Cueilleur, serre, l'hiver. Que fait? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think coming from this direction was definitely the best idea, because we can take out the barracks, so they can't make any more infantry that will threaten those poor villagers, who are apparently super vital critical to the mission. Not even one of them can be allowed to die. This might be one we end up saving and continuing halfway through, actually, to be honest with you. Just because I'm that tired. If we can get a little base set up, I'll be happy.
Prêt, l'hiver.
Yes, Colin, you're very cute. He's curled up into a little ball. And he's purring. Cute mode activate. He's doing the thing where they curl up into a little ball and he's hugging his back legs with his front paws. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, everybody. You didn't miss much. It was just the trebuchet shooting the gate and the barracks. Thank you for pointing that out, though. Did I mention I was tired and it's been a long day? Did I mention I've not had a lot of sleep? Quote et demonstrandum, or whatever the saying is. Also, why is my hotkey for my Wii bombard cannons not working? What's going on? Uh-oh. Okay, something is amiss here. I can't do the double click thing to select units. In fact, I can't order anybody to do anything. What's going on? My game's gone weird, guys. What's happening? I can't control any of my units anymore. What the heck? Can't even control Joan. What on earth? Did I accidentally press some kind of keyboard shortcut?
Yay.
I can't.
Ready.
Ready. Yay. Mandatum.
Something has gone very weirdly wrong.
Greeting. Mandatum. Ready.
I can click on the neutral villagers and then they
Yay,
give me a
ready.
little playback sound effect. None of the French units do. And I'm apparently playing as the Britons. How? I've switched sides to the English. How is this possible? What did I do? Can I delete all my castles and units and then switch back? Just out of... Burn them all. Something's wrong here. This should not be possible. Literally lost for words. I guess this means we have to restart. Delete all of the things. Weird how some of these houses are not like the other houses. I'm just leveling the city of Paris, everybody. Scorched earth. Goodbye, walls. We didn't need you anyway. I'm actually sort of weirdly enjoying this, actually. There's something slightly cathartic about this. I don't mind saying. It's like popping bubble wrap. It's a lot of mills. Down with the cathedral. Man, I wish I was able to do this when I was a kid. Would have made a lot of these missions a lot easier. Still don't know how I've actually managed to do this.
Yay.
Anyway, yeah, I don't know what to do now. I feel like abandoning the stream entirely. It's just all gone completely wrong. What's the bloody time? It's 9 o'clock. Does anybody know how this has happened? Anyone at all who's played this game a lot? How is this even possible? You posted in chat earlier. Scroll up. Okay, fine. Scroll up. It's difficult to scroll up because I'm currently alt-tab out without bumping you back to the desktop, but okay. Oh wait, hang on a minute. No, it doesn't work like that. We're fine. Use patch 1.5. If you're not in a multiplayer game, you'll be able to switch to any player mid-game with Control Shift. F1. Oh! Oh! Okay, so yeah, okay, that makes sense because Control Shift and the F keys are my OBS shortcuts for switching between the starting soon screen and game capture and desktop capture. So that'll be how that happened. That's interesting. That's actually potentially quite a fun feature. I could use that when playing random map games. When I've almost beaten the AI. Could switch to the AI and play as them instead. Although I don't, it kind of looks like maybe, you know, the AI doesn't take control of the faction you've stopped playing as, because all the French here are just sitting here and doing nothing. So, but that also could mainly potentially be because it's a campaign mission instead of a, you know, a normal one. So, sorry, just scrolling back down again in the chat. Yeah, interesting. What is this in your fur, Colin? It better not be a tick. closer look at that later. I found a little nubbly thing on Colin's skin. Alright. Maybe third time's the charm, eh?
Paris is just ahead. Let us locate the refugees.
I
escort them to the rendezvous point with the
completely
king's men.
demotivated now. I don't even want to carry on playing today, but we need to power through this. So that next time it's time to play some Age of Empires, I don't feel all like, oh my god, I have to go back to this mission again. We must get past it. Let's at least try and get like halfway through the mission. Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's a tick, but I'm gonna need to like have a closer look at it. We don't really get ticks around here, as far as I'm aware. None of the pets we've had since living here have ever gotten ticks. So there's always a first time, right? I sincerely hope it's not a tick, just because it's going to be incredibly annoying to deal with if it is. I don't know how to deal with a tick properly. I'm going to have to look it up or ask my brother, because he's had to deal with it before. Back when he had a cat when he lived up north. Theoretically, his the flea collar he has is also supposed to repel ticks. So, theoretically, I don't think I really need to do anything. Theoretically. See what you did there. Very good. Very droll, Bernard. That was a reference. I know your name's not Bernard. Unless it is, in which case that's an amazing coincidence. What the fuck are you guys doing? Get back over here. Oh dear. From leaving you on the starting soon screen to accidentally switching sides, this stream has not gone swimmingly today, has it really? Une catastrophe, as the French say. Alright, let's methodically take out all of these. And then we can move on to the gates and we'll be more or less where we left off. And honestly, do you know what? I think I will save the game after we destroy this castle and this last tower, because this is just busy work. There's no point in repeating this whenever we start a new attempt. You guys are shooting the tower, right, and not the wall behind it. Yeah, good. Jean de Lorraine. These range 14 bomber that does 100 damage. It's very nice. Alright. So move you guys up here. We will be expecting some longbows as we head up this way. You guys want to pack up? There we go. You have to move a certain distance away, apparently. Right, let's go forth and try and bait those longbows. That's right. Come on outside of your walls. No, don't go back in. That's cheating. That wasn't the plan. That's right, we followed you in. And now here come the champs. Oh dear, you guys are getting a bit... Ugh, the other Knigget's got stuck outside. You've won, but at what cost? Oh my god, really? Jeez, shelling our own knights. Why am I playing this game? I'm clearly so terrible at it. Alrighty. Let's bring you boys up here. Bernard is a beer brand here, so that would be mildly embarrassing. I see. Uh-oh. Move out of the way! God, those things have some range. What was that, a siege onager? Oh. Trebuchet inbound. Ah, nice. We're just in range to hit the thing. What was that
We'll
noise?
rescue the refugees. Now, we should head to the bridge at the Seine River for the rendezvous with the king's men.
Bridge of the Seine River. That they mean over here, don't they? Oh my goodness. It ain't over yet. Are we allowed to build anything here? No, we're not. Oh boy. I was hoping we could set up a little base here, but no. That's not how this is going to work, apparently. This is a real command and conquer mission. And if any of these useless villagers dies, it's apparently game over. Have you saved? No, but I think I will right now. Good shout. Missions with limited resources and assets, my favourite. I can't actually tell if you're being sarcastic, Django. Maybe you do enjoy these. Sarcastic, okay. I don't know. Maybe you're a sort of min-maxy kind of guy. I could see you enjoying unpicking the puzzle of these missions, but my pikemen are hiding behind that wall. Courageous pikemen. English villager over there. There's a bunch of baddies down this way, I'm pretty sure. Shall we send forth the scout cavalry? I think that's a good idea. Why don't I just get the scout cavalry to the bridge?
Should wait here. The king's reinforcements will be along any second.
I'll give it a rest, Mr. War Galley. Ah, here they come. But is the ship going to be sunk by the war galleys? That's mildly concerning.
Where are those blasted reinforcements?
Forcement.
We
Reinforcement.
are all the king could afford to send.
Oh,
That's Harry. The king's wicked advisors want to see Joan defamed. Or worse, we are on our own. We must hurry. You comprehend?
oh, the AI smart enough to micro its ships. That's so annoying. Fall back, fall back. These ships are going to be a pain in my ass. A scout, and it's not even a pikeman, it's a militia. And it's like a crappy Dark Age scout as well. It moves so slow. Oh no. On that bombshell, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to save the game. And that's going to be it for today. I'm too tired to continue on with any more of this. I honestly thought twice about even streaming today to begin with, actually, because I've had so little sleep. But this is... Age of Empires 2 was a poor choice for today. We'll come back next time and we'll take a much better crack at this. I may even look up a little guide for the mission or something, because I'm feeling a bit lost on this one. You like the new stream schedule, but don't burn yourself out. I'll try not to. Anyway, folks, we'll be back tomorrow with more Morrowind at the usual sort of time, and at some point in the coming week, I'm going to be doing a test YouTube stream, because we're going to start. I'm going to experiment a bit with streaming on YouTube now that I'm allowed to do it, because I am actually toying with the idea of moving our Morrowind streams on Sundays over to YouTube. Maybe, haven't decided, but maybe I am thinking about doing that. So much fur. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, YouTube streams only the best of comment sections. Yeah, it's yeah. I'm not sure what to expect from it, to be honest with you. One thing I know, I'll tell you this, I already do like about YouTube streams, though, from the bit of messing around with it I've done, is that you can do an unlisted stream. So I can do a stream on YouTube that only people with the link to it can actually watch, and that's really nice from the perspective of being able to do streams that say only people on Discord or people who are patrons can watch, theoretically. That's an interesting notion that I may or may not ever take advantage of, but it's a thing that you can do. So the cat just extended a paw out onto my hand with the claws out very, very slightly. Anyway, I think your internet can handle double streaming. No, it's not double streaming. And I'm very explicitly not allowed to do that either. The new Twitch contract allows me to stream on YouTube if I want, but I cannot simulcast on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. That's very expressly forbidden. So anyway, quick current game. Let's have a little sneaky peek at the map. Or there we go. I was waiting for it to clear up. What are we still dealing with? Oh, there's so much. Oh, I see. Okay, I've just noticed the objectives have changed to escort Joan to Compiègne. And we have to get the 6 refugees there as well. Which is presumably why we had mission failed. When one of them died earlier to one of the swordsmen. Okay, so if our goal is simply to get to Compiègne, or whatever it's called, that does make the mission a little bit less intimidating. I thought we had to sort of carry on and try and capture the city with only this army, in which case I was like, oh my god, really? So I feel like theoretically we could ignore all of this. We just need to get across the bridge. Head this way. Get these units who I think are meant to be the partisans inside the city. And then bust out of the walls here, maybe. And get out that way. I don't think there's any gaps in the trees down here, so we can't go through this way. But it looks like kind of here-ish. Bust through here. Get out this way. And then we're on our way over to Compiègne. Of course, I have now noticed, though, there is a sneaky Burgundian ambush waiting for us, so... You bastard game. Look at this. That's just evil. Is there any way around it? Nope. So we'll have that to contend with. Look at those onagers. They scare me. The onagers friggin' scare me. Anyway. You need micro skills to deal with onagers, and I lack micro skills. Can trebuchets remove the trees? Technically, they can. However, because they're not Briton trebuchets with Warwolf, they have to get a direct hit on the tree, and trebuchets are not accurate enough to do that most of the time. I think the only other civ you can get away with it with is the Huns, I want to say, because they have very extremely accurate trebuchets for some reason. It's, I don't know, some weird civ bonus that they get. Normally, though, you need onagers to cut through trees, which we do not have. By design, of course, because the scenario designers don't want us going through the woods. That would be cheating. Anyway, ladies and gents, another sneaky look at the map. Quick current game, return to campaigns. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I guess this will probably go on YouTube. It'll just be the oddball episode where everything went wrong. Because it wouldn't make much sense to start next week in the middle of this mission without showing you this first half, I suppose. So even though this first half of the Siege of Paris was an absolute train wreck, we'll put it on YouTube anyway, I think. So, alright, ladies and gents, we are almost done. I'm just going to check if there's anybody we can raid. There is! My man Variax is back streaming again. Perfect. He's playing some Morrowind, in fact, so... Ladies and gents, I'm going to start a raid. We're going to go see Variax. I'm going to make myself a cup of tea and just chill and watch Variax until I fall asleep in a corner, probably. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in. I shall see you next time. In fact, I'll see you tomorrow with Morrowind, folks. Toodaloo!